Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. And I'm motherfucking scared, bitch. All right, we on?
We're on.
I'm scared. But here we are. Welcome to the Ooh, That's My Jam. It's been a minute. Y'all know this is the podcast where we talk about music and life. I am your host, Dorie Brown. You can call me Dorie. And today I don't have a special guest. I am the special guest. And we have a special topic. It's been a minute. I am so excited that you guys can all see my face, those that are watching on YouTube. It's been a minute. Like I said, I'm going to keep it a buck. When the last time I posted? Probably, June maybe, or a little bit before June. But I've been working on things and thinking about, rebranding the podcast. And I'm very excited that I can bring a visual aid to you. And I'm very, very, very excited to be talking about my girl Beyonce and her Renaissance era. You see me? It's giving stand, okay? All the stuff.
Beehive?
All the things beehive like a motherfucker. So don't even, if you're not hive, you can watch. I'm just kidding. I was going to say don't watch. You can definitely watch. But yes, this is the podcast where we talk about music and life. I usually am interviewing people whose taste I love. I'm always letting everybody know this is the podcast where everybody has taste. And today we're going to be talking about my taste. An artist that I love very much, Beyonce, Giselle Knowles Carter. So let's get right into it. Believe it or not, I was not always a Beyonce stan.
What?
A fan, yes, but I will be totally honest. Beyonce was not my favorite in Destiny's Child. As a young girl, as a young lad, I always went for the person that I felt like I could resonate with, one, or like that I saw something in them that I had in me, or the different, the oddball. So like if it was TLC, I really liked that Lisa Left Eye Lopez, R.I.P. Left Eye. She was the quirky one. She dressed funky, and she was, just different. So that in Destiny's Child would have been Kelly for me. She had the short haircut. My dad made me cut my hair at 13. He is probably going to listen to this and say he didn't make me cut my hair, but he did.
Hey. So you had a Kelly cut at 13?
Girl, mine was more of a texturizer, like a little
Okay.
S curl.
Wait.
I was cute.
You were.
I was
did
cute.
Have a cut.
Yes.
In high school, but I didn't know you started at 13.
Yeah, it started at 13 in the 8th grade because, girl, I thought I was going to be a swimmer. I thought I was going to the Olympics. So I was very dedicated to swimming, and my hair was kind of breaking off because of swimming, and I wasn't taking care of it. A lot of girls wasn't taking care of their hair. In middle school, we was using a black gel. You already know. So I went with Kelly because she had short hair. She would, switch up the hair color sometimes. I wasn't really doing that till high school. I guess Kelly's age, because they were like 16 or 17. So yeah, I really liked Kelly, and I liked LaToya. So those two were my favorites. Why was LaToya my favorite? Probably some shallow shit. Like, I just thought she was pretty. But Kelly and LaToya were my favorites. I liked Beyonce, and of course I thought she could sing down, but she just wasn't like, I wasn't like, oh my God, I wasn't like pressed on wanting to be Beyonce at that age. And I had other friends that really liked Beyonce, so I was like, I'm gonna do something different. Then also compounding on top of everybody else liking Beyonce, when we woke up just like Latavia and LaToya and saw that they were not in the Say My Name video, I was wondering why. And I definitely fell into the rumors of like, that wasn't fair. Matthew knows the asshole. I just was like, that ain't fair. How come Beyonce get everything? How come Kelly and them get everything? I thought it was strange. I don't want to say I went with the other side because I definitely had that Survivor album with Shelly. Oh, shout out to my stepmom. Michelle, Kelly, and Beyonce in the silver Renaissance on the cover, but I was definitely like, what happened? And I thought it was messed up when all those rumors came out in the tabloids. About them being kicked out the group and they didn't know. Like, so I thought that was foul. So even then I was just like, why Beyonce get everything? This is corny. She good, but she ain't that good, like, to be kicking people out. You know how it is. I didn't become a stan until B-Day. Okay? I remember being in college at UNLV, hearing Deja Vu, and I thought it was incredible. I loved the whole B-Day little Cajun swamp sexy look. Like, look at this. I just thought she looked gorgeous. I didn't even know anything about this, like, swamp. Like, she's on a dock here. Like, I didn't even know nothing about this, but I wanted to do it. I wanted to be there. I wanted the hair. I wanted the earrings. I wanted Jay-Z. I wanted everything about this. And then Deja Vu was just a fun song. I've always liked their duets for the most part. So yeah, it was a fire single. And then when she dropped this album on her birthday, iconic one, and then gave us a video for each song, and each of the video had like some dope treatment, and they were just very well thought out. She was dancing, singing, giving us looks. I literally said, y'all, she's like Michael Jackson. I was a stan. Because I knew the work and the effort and the strategy that it took. Now, you guys are probably like, what about Dangerously in Love? I love Dangerously in Love. I love that song. That is one of my favorite love songs, R&B songs. That cover was iconic too, with the little jeweled, what was it? It wasn't a shirt. It was like a belly chain, but like it covered everything. A diamond encrusted top. Like, she was fire. Crazy in Love. I thought it was amazing. But it didn't capture me. You know what I mean? Like, it was B-Day. It was all in videos. It was this concept. It was just something that I had never seen before. It was just something that I had never seen before with B-Day. And to this day, it's one of my favorite albums from top to bottom. It's no skips for me on here. Not a skip. She has party songs on here. She has breakup songs. She has the Lover Girl song. She got the song for you and your man, like, and a video for each song.
This was after. That was after her destiny was fulfilled.
Yes. And the tour was fire. It was fire. I did not go. I did not see this live, but I watched it like crazy. Loved it. Yeah, that made me a stan. That's when I saw, like, oh, I am not playing with you hoes. Beyonce was on that I'm not playing with you hoes with B-Day. And been a stan ever since. So let's get into the in my opinion segment of Ooh, That's My Jam. And
this is Dorie's opinion.
This is my opinion. And for those who know, I usually ask a guest, to give me a music opinion that might not necessarily be favorable or not necessarily controversial, but just something that they feel strongly about when it comes to music. And because we're talking about Renaissance and Beyonce today, the question that I'm asking myself, and y'all, you can answer in the comments, hit me up in the DMs, whatever, but the question is Renaissance Beyonce's best era? And in my opinion, I say yes. And I got some reasons why. So we're going to go through it, okay? Okay. So, first off, all the hype around this album coming out was nuts. Like, before we even got a track, we saw this woman, okay? We saw the queen on a horse, on the cover of Vogue, I believe it was.
Yes, British Vogue.
British Vogue, red horse, and we were just like, huh? What? Like, what does this mean? Right? But it ate, and it looked beautiful. Then she dropped in like typewriter font, Break My Soul, with her on a horse with a damn, it looked like a disco ball. And I heard rumor that it was supposed to be a disco ball, and somebody was like, no, it should be a horse. Iconic, fire. That was whoever made that suggestion. Shout out to you. And the horse looks beautiful in the tour. But anyway, let me not get distracted. It's so easily to get distracted. But the hype that was, around this, we're so used to Beyonce just dropping things. She's kind of the trendsetter for that, and she took it back and made us excited about a song and an album coming out like we used to do in the days where we was looking through the album, the CD booklet. Like, that's how it felt for me. I was so excited. We were counting down the days. We could not wait to see what we were about to get. And I heard Break My Soul. And let me tell you, before I heard Break My Soul, I was nervous because we just hadn't heard anything from her for like 6 years, a solo project. We hadn't heard anything. I'm not really counting The Gift just because that was like a joint album she had. And it was a great album, but it wasn't just a her album. Like, The Gift was the soundtrack to The Lion King. Incredible, but we hadn't seen a solo album from Beyonce in 6 years. And I just didn't know how she was coming, and I wanted it to be good, so I was nervous. But when I heard Break My Soul, the iconic Show Me Love by Robin S., I was like, oh, she's doing something. Like, this bitch has been in the lab. She had the laptop. She had her braids. You know how Beyonce does. She gives us the braids. She was going to work, okay? She wanted to create something. When I heard the song, I could feel like, oh, she's doing something different. She wanted to wake people up, just from the lyrics of like, the bitch told us to quit our jobs. She told us to quit our jobs. Beyonce, I don't think you're a bitch. This is a term of endearment. You're always welcome on with That's My Jam. Anyway, from the iconic sample to the lyrics of the song, it was just very uplifting. I would be listening to this at work, a job I did not like, by the way. And it was just empowering. Did I love the song when I first heard it? Love, no. But I liked it, and I knew it was ushering in something that was going to be great. I knew that just because the way the song sounded, it was well produced. It was different. Her playing with house, incredible. So yeah, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I liked it a lot. Y'all, then we got the album. We got the album.
We bought the album before we heard the album. Did you? I feel like I did.
We definitely bought the album.
We bought some CDs.
We bought some CDs. The lady had these mystery boxes. I know people that bought 4, right? Bought 4. I only bought 2. I bought one for me and one for my best friend. And I was like, you know what? 4 is her number, so we got to buy 4, and we got to buy the first one, because I just feel like those are the ones that's going to come the hardest. And we ended up finding out basically the same thing in every box. She just had different positions on this horse, which she free on my horse, okay? It's giving church girl on my horse. Anyway, we bought a CD player. I got it. We bought a CD with no CD player. I got it upside down. Sorry, now it's right side up. But this woman had us buying CDs.
In 2022?
In 2022. In 2022. You see my CD ain't open, and I probably will never open it, okay? And I ain't selling it, so don't ask. But yeah, we bought CDs, we bought search, we bought merch before we even heard the album, okay? Y'all don't see Frankie, but she has on the Alien Superstar shirt before she heard the song. But she was just like, Beyonce look fire in this, I'm gonna buy it.
I knew it. I knew something hot was coming.
this goes back to all the hype. Like, she was hyping us up. She was making us excited. It definitely felt like the times, the back in the day, like the times of when we waited on Friday for an album to come out, and you went down to the Sam Goody, you went down to the warehouse to buy the CD. And
Remember, it used to be
I think that's why. I think that's why she got CDs.
No, it used to be Tuesday.
Oh yeah,
Because of her,
Tuesday.
it's Friday.
Because of her, it's Friday. Excuse me. Look, I'm just so Beyonce so embedded in my brain, right? It was Tuesday. She changed the game when she dropped self-titled, but we won't veer off too much. So yeah, the hype of the album, and then when we heard the album, it was iconic. I did not expect a full dance house album, but I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad at it at all. Not even a little bit, especially at that time, because Drake had dropped, and I was just like, what is this? I will be honest, I love it now, but I didn't give it time. And I do feel like Beyonce's album is better. Like, it's better. That's the best way to put it. I feel like it's produced better. I'm not gonna say the songs is better. We're not gonna get into Drake's album because honestly, Nevermind is a great album to clean up, but it was nice to hear a more, I guess, well produced album versus Drake's. Drake's kind of felt like a throwaway album, whereas I feel like Beyonce really crafted this to be a masterpiece. And it is that, from the transitions to the affirmations in the songs to her vocals, top to bottom, 100 out of 10. Like, for me, this album has the most replay from top to bottom. Let's get into it. I'm That Girl. She starts off saying, "These motherfuckers ain't stopping me." Who are you talking about, Beyonce? But they not stopping me either. They not stopping me either. Love that. Starts it off with a strong affirmation. She's saying it to you over and over and over and over. This is the first song. The first song starting off hard like this.
Dead ass. And she's saying dead ass.
She's saying dead ass. Who taught her that? Jay-Z? That's some New York shit. Then we go to Cozy. Another affirmation. Not only are these motherfuckers not stopping her, but I'm comfortable in who I am. I'm being me. I'm black. Fluorescent beige. Dark brown. Light beige. Had Maddie on the track. That was amazing to see because T.S. Madison, so funny, so just deserving of this praise and deserving to be a part of an album that celebrates queer black folks, an icon and a legend in the making in, culture, but specifically queer black culture. So it was nice that Beyonce actually went out and tapped in the culture and included, Maddie, T.S. Madison, on her album. So that was dope to hear. Like, I remember being like, wait, is that T.S. Madison? Like, I heard this before. So that was just another jaw-dropping moment, right? Then we go over to Alien Superstar. Favorite line, bad bitch, I'm the bar.
The bar.
Alien Superstar. Unique had everybody saying that. Beyonce, another affirmation, telling us to celebrate our differences. You voguing, you're feeling good. It's just a feel good, bad bitch energy song, right? 101. And when Beyonce says stuff like that, you believe it because she really is. Like, the work that she puts in, and no one is doing it like her. She really and truly is 101. 28 Grammys. Michael Jackson ain't even got that. 101. So,
she said don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time trying to compete with me.
Don't do it.
I mean, heard that. Love when Beyonce talks her shit because it's true. Like, it's well deserved. Like, she's not just hyping herself up. It really is true. Oh my God. Another just amazing song. I remember playing Alien Superstar over and over when I first heard the album. Definitely when I first played the album, there were songs that I kept playing over and over, and Alien Superstar was one. Church Girl. Song literally brought tears to my eyes hearing it live at the tour just because it's a devotional. If you've been to the tour or you've seen the film, she kind of is in like this stained glass looking outfit almost, and she has the stained glass little panels a part of her set, and it makes you think of church. And as someone who grew up in church, and felt judged, and has experienced some church hurt, and I don't go to church regularly every Sunday, but I love church. Beyonce telling us, she ain't trying to hurt nobody. She just doing the best she can. Like, I felt that in my soul. Like, when I heard her sing that live, tears, tears came down my face because it was just emotional. And, like, this woman had me, like, twerking and crying at the same time. It was just crazy. Like, I felt it because I could relate to the message of that song, like just wanting to be free. I feel like a lot of girls grow up in church, even still now to this day, don't feel like they can be themselves. And Beyonce said, "Be free." And the Clark Sisters sample. What? Fucking sampling the Clark Sisters. Not only did she just sample them, one of the Clark sisters, Dorinda Clark, bigged her up, appreciated. Let's get to the song. I have it here in my notes. Center Thy Will, iconic sample. And I was able to hear DJs mixing it with like Back That Ass Up. It was just a song that I feel like a lot of black women that grew up in church could relate to, and I appreciate Beyonce for that. But my favorite song, don't even really have nothing too deep as to why I love it. Y'all know, if y'all listen to this podcast, I'm a lover girl. Hope to feel this way about someone one day, but Plastic Off the Sofa. It's just pretty. Like, my favorite song. It's just beautiful. Got the sign, okay? Not Plastic Off the Ofa, Plastic Off the Sofa. My bad. But it's just a beautiful song. Sabrina Claudio, even though we had to cancel her, wrote a beautiful song. Sid, who I love from Odd Future, and also has done her own solo project and came out with an amazing project recently. Well, not recently, but within like either this year or last year, but it was amazing. Sid writes and produces great R&B songs. So to me, it was just like, it's the R&B song on the album for me. I'm a lover girl. I love R&B music. Love Plastic Off the Sofa. And I love how it bleeds into Virgo's Groove. Now, I don't give a fuck what you say. If you're not a Virgo, you wanted to be a Virgo when you heard Virgo's Groove. Virgo's Groove is just a perfect song. It's sexy. It makes you feel good. It's unique. It's something like you can dance to it. I feel like I've never really heard a song like that
since Juicy Fruit.
Yeah, Juicy Fruit is a good.
It's a perfect song.
It takes you somewhere. In a trance. And I definitely wanted to be a Virgo, and I found out I was a Virgo rising, so there's that. So
Virgo rising.
It's giving earth, water, earth, right? That's where I'm at in my chart. But yeah, those are my favorites, and that's just some of the songs. But I love them all. I play the album literally from top to bottom all the time. Like on Spotify, my Spotify Wrapped, the entire album is in my top 23 songs. The entire album. Love them all. Love all the songs. Love how they make me feel. I don't know an album that has transitions, writing, vocals, samples the production is produced that way. Like I can't think of one. What would you say, friend?
I mean, even the
Is it
way
is
she
this her?
had me screaming, "Uncle Johnny made my dress."
Yes.
Girl, I never met Uncle Johnny,
I,
but he made my dress. And your cheap spandex?
it looks a
It looks
mess.
a mess. Bitch, Uncle Johnny made my dress.
It's just fun.
So fun.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Love it.
I gotta cool down. Every song.
And you know, speaking of Uncle Johnny, her uncle who was queer, but also brought a lot of joy to her and her family. He made the costumes with Mama Tina, and was just an amazing person in Beyonce's life. She felt the need to honor him with this album. And it was just nice, that she chose to dedicate this album by doing music that he introduced her to, and music that made him feel good and made his community feel good and loved. And she wanted to create a safe space for her Uncle Johnny, the way he made her feel safe and made her feel loved and made her feel good. So it was nice that she, did that for a community that is often forgotten about. I thought that was dope. And when I heard it, and I think if you have Black queer friends, you knew that that's what she was doing. You was like, oh, this is about to go off. Like, the girls is gonna love this. You knew it from hearing Maddie's voice to Show Me Love, the sample on Break My Soul, Big Frida's on the album again. Like, you knew that's where she was going. So it was nice to see that. And it was a beautiful way just to honor her uncle. I thought that was dope. Also putting Black people on house music. I'm not like a house music aficionado, but I like house music. I was aware that it is Black music, but I think Beyonce reminded us, that we do this best, in my opinion, with this album. And it gave DJs a lot to play with it, especially DJs that, mix that kind of music. It gave them a lot to play with. She even had a clean version of this album, right? Which, it's easier to mix that with. So that was nice.
There were people who didn't know that they had the clean version. That's how good it was.
Yes.
Like, what do you mean she's cussing? Beyonce don't cuss.
Yeah, you didn't feel it.
You didn't know.
Until you heard these motherfuckers ain't stopping me.
Right.
And I love when Beyonce cuss.
Dead ass.
And then, Beyonce had the whole world looking for something silver to wear. I haven't seen anything like this except for like Coachella, right? When Coachella or festival season is coming around, flower crowns are being sold everywhere. Them damn skirts with the holes in it and shit. Shredded boots. Like, Beyonce, it was giving like Halloween. It was giving the theme was on 1,000 trillion. Like, I'm not even a silver girly, okay? And because I went to see the show during Virgo season and she sent out that, iOS press release that she wanted everybody to wear silver because we are the visual, right? And we're the visual. I bought 2-3 things from Fashion Nova, even though I already had an album. Because I dare not.
You had an outfit you told me about.
Yeah, I said an album. Even though I already had an outfit.
Yes.
I had an outfit.
A
cute one. But it wasn't silver. Me trying to be different. That's always me trying to be different. I had an outfit, and I went to buy more things because Beyonce said so. And I knew it was available, and I knew it was going to be affordable. The fast fashion brands, changed the game for a whole year and a half just because they knew that Beyonce was touring and that the girls needed outfits. So we were engaged. Like, Beyonce had us making merch, okay? My friend made this Capri Sun pouch.
A custom cozy Capri Sun.
for us to have on our Renaissance weekend. Sold us a CD. Okay?
Still no CD player.
No CD player. Heated.
Okay, but you gotta let them know this is not like you.
I don't buy this much merch, not for one release. Like, I am a merch girly. I love merch, but like, y'all, I have so much merch from this.
Come on, Big Shorts. Okay.
Like,
but a movie, no DVD, no Thanksgiving. She said theater.
There were so many engagement points. You felt like you had to get something at each point. Like, I wish I had my actual printed ticket to the show. She had people strategizing, right? What city that they were going to go to, because Ticketmaster, has been on that like bullshit where you got to be, extra on it to get a ticket. So many people saw the show outside of the place of where they live. She had all the blacks overseas seeing it. She had me seeing it in Vegas. I mean, people went to the show multiple times.
She had stadiums trying to be quiet. There
was a whole mute challenge. She was up there with her daughter, who was only supposed to come out once. We're cheering, watching blues progression. Like, the engagement was just so crazy. Whether you went to the show or not, you touched Renaissance. And I feel like no other era of Beyonce has been like this. Not this impactful on the culture. Especially not for 2 years long. We were tapped in. She had us in a chokehold for 2 years. And clearly I'm still there. But
I went to a morning movie.
I was
see 11:45. I didn't want y'all dancing and singing.
I went to a matinee. I have not been to a matinee since I was a child. I haven't been to a matinee since I was a child. And she sold us perfume. And she's getting ready to sell us hair care products. Like, she has us in a trance of some sort. The product is Beyonce is a trusted brand at this point. And I'm being funny, but all jokes aside, like, this is Beyonce's era. I feel like she has mastered her product, her business, and we know, like, when you're getting Beyonce, you are getting excellence. Like, so that's why, if you are able, not even if you're a stan like me, but if you are able, I know so many people that were like, I just feel like I have to see Beyonce because she's Beyonce. She's one of the greatest of our times. I want to go see her in concert. Or I'm going to look at this on Instagram. Or I am going to go see this movie. Like, you didn't want to miss it because you knew you would either be inspired or, hell, just FOMO. And I would say lastly, for the In My Opinion segment of why this is Beyonce's best era is she's truly set herself free from perfectionism. I think Beyonce could have definitely, old Beyonce would have definitely not went on tour if she wasn't all the way well. And she did. She went on tour knowing that she had an injury and knowing that we would notice, okay, girl, because we noticed that this is the least that you've ever danced at a show. And when I mean the girls came for her for their first show in Sweden. I know people that wanted to sell their tickets. They were pissed because the tickets were so expensive. And when we watched, okay, this is what I mean by engagement. She had us in a chokehold. When we watched that first show on Instagram Live, we watched her show on Instagram Live and saw that, like, it's not giving homecoming. It's not giving formation. It's giving different. It's giving like she's hurt. People were nervous. But she still went out there. And she still toured those 56 cities and killed it. And got better and got well each tour, and I feel like that's growth. Beyonce is enjoying being a mother, she says in the film. She says that she has nothing else to prove. She allowed her daughter to be a part of the show. She hired a whole new dance team, dance captain. She had a pregnant woman. What did she play? It was a horn instrument, the trumpet. It was just, she had people from the ballroom scene. It was definitely an extravagant show, but different from what we're seeing Beyonce do. We're used to seeing a lot of her, and I feel like her shows are more of a jaw-dropping experience where we're like stuck. This show, you kind of felt like you were a part of the show. Beyonce was talking to the audience. She don't be doing that like that.
She was definitely saying people's names with the sign.
She was saying people's names with the sign. She was engaging with the alien that was at almost every damn show. Like, she invited complimenting outfits.
Letting people know they want a mute challenge.
Yeah, letting people know there was a challenge that she actually engaged in.
Look around, everybody. Look around, it's me and my crew.
It wasn't like we doing a challenge on our own. You feel me? So it was nice to see her play a little and really celebrate with us in this safe space that she created. So this is why I feel like this is Beyonce's best era. And I have some stats to back it up for the girls who needs numbers. So let's get into these numbers, right? So the Renaissance tour grossed $570.5 million. Her highest grossing tour. 2.7 million people attended. She went 56 cities. It was the number one movie at the box office for Renaissance, a film by Beyonce. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Y'all, that is a big deal. Y'all gotta realize, like, 80% is good on Rotten Tomatoes. She got 100. She got 100.
The movie was that good, though.
The movie was excellent. Me being greedy, I would have loved more of, and this is my opinion, I would have loved more about her creative process. I don't know if y'all saw the movie. If you didn't, this is a spoiler, but there's a point where she shows a wall and she says that she's been planning the tour for 4 years, and you see all these different pictures and it looked like inspiration that she pulled from where she didn't zoom in on it, so I couldn't see the pictures, but it would have been nice if she like kind of explained like why she chose this sample, why she chose this song, why silver, the evolution from disco ball to the horse. Like, it would have been nice to know those things, but it was very inspiring. And again, Beyonce wanted this to be a safe space, an inclusive space, so I think her priority, from what I could see, she wanted to inspire people and let people know how the tour was produced, not necessarily what her creative process was. And I think she wanted everyone to be able to see the show, which is dope.
She's gonna start selling us DVDs again, I think.
I hope so. She gave us a CD. She do not care if you have a DVD player, a CD player. If somebody has like a PS4 or what, I don't know. I don't play the games, but I know they got Blu-ray on some of those. So maybe she needs to give us Blu-rays. Maybe Beyonce should come out with a video game. Do she have one?
There was a point. There was a time where she was working on one.
She should give us a video game. But we'll get back. Just a few more stats. Break My Soul charted number 1 on the Billboard charts. This is the first single since Single Ladies. And it was 14 years ago when Break My Soul came out. It will be 15 years now. But
what Single Ladies came out with?
14 years ago. Damn. Or 15 years ago. 15 years ago. Damn. And then Beyonce Grammy stats, 88 nominations. And then in the Renaissance era, she became the most awarded Grammy. She became the most awarded vocalist with 28 Grammys. So, like, this is her best era. She's winning. She's free. She's 42. And she started this process at the end of her 30s. Um, I believe her when she says she's free. I believe her when she says she's giving us what she wants. I believe she says it doesn't have to make sense, because I wouldn't have guessed that this would have been the next step. Which I like that Beyonce kind of keeps us on her toes. I guess we could have predicted like a Lemonade, right? Because of what was going on in the times. But I couldn't have thought of her giving house music and celebrating queer joy after the pandemic, but it does make sense that she said that she wanted the world to be happy. And she indeed did that. She made me happy.
It was something in the album, remember? Ooh, look.
Crack in the album.
It was
Buying all this stuff. Crack in the album. She had us engaged. Like, we're still talking about it. People are still making reaction videos. If this was your first time seeing Beyonce, I heard so many people saying, you know, I get it. I understand why you're always at a Beyonce concert. Like, I've seen her 6 times.
Ooh.
So, yeah. Very grateful for that.
And this was the first time you said you would see it again and again and again.
This is the first time that I ever said I would see it again and again. I would absolutely see Homecoming again, because Coachella was definitely jaw-dropping experience. I have never seen anything like that either. And I'll say I felt like Homecoming, she did have something to prove. I was very shocked when I was at Coachella and we didn't have the album. Because of Beyonce's past history with Self-Titled, she had dropped like a surprise album. I just figured that she was going to do that, because I was like, what is she going to perform? She ended up giving us the Homecoming live album, which I love and is great. But I think Beyonce was trying to prove that she's the best, she's the baddest, she's the most skilled, most creative, with sharing her love for HBCU, sharing her background, and also making the statement like, if I'm going to be the first black woman headlining this, I'm going to bring my festival. This is how we do it. And our festival was Homecoming. And I think she was just trying to put the world onto something. And it felt like she had something to prove with that. Renaissance feels more like she's letting us know she's free. Just in the way that there were so many opportunities to engage. And it didn't feel forced, in my opinion. It felt real. It felt like anybody could, even though it's definitely for black queer folks, like that was the tribute. You saw everybody at Renaissance and everybody was feeling each other, where I think Homecoming is absolutely like black people seeing themselves. Like that was for us. Renaissance.
There were Renaissance parties in New York.
There were Renaissance parties. No visuals. We are the visual. And, as quiet as it's kept, I think she recorded them visuals and didn't like them. But, hell, she knew we was going to... She knew we was going to fuck with it. So, yeah, that's why I think it's her best era. How you feel, Frankie?
I completely agree.
Frankie agrees. You wanted to be a part of it. Like, you wanted to be a part of Renaissance.
This is her best album because, according to Apple Music and Spotify, every rap said you need to stop listening to this shit.
Beyonce was on people's Spotify and Apple Music and whatever Wrapped streaming service for 2 years.
She's still the number one.
She's still the number one because there's crack in the album. So, in my opinion, this is her best era. You let me know if you think this is Beyonce's best era or not, and why. And then we're going to mosey on to the fun stuff. Let's get to it.
You always have to do the create a jam.
Yeah.
Okay. You know how you do it. So you have to pick a producer.
Yes.
Writer.
Mm-hmm.
Featured artist.
Okay.
Beyonce edition.
Okay. So for those that don't know, I usually do this with a guest, and it's just a fun little game. This is the section where we play games. So The producer for me is going to be Kaytranada, since we in Renaissance era. Renaissance. Kaytranada. Kaytranada's gonna give, that dance vibe, that house vibe. He's, black one, so let's have him on it. I think they'll make great music together. I'm not sure if they've worked together before. I don't think so. I feel like I would know. So I would love to see that. The featured artist, Tyler the Creator. I really like Tyler. I love his album Call Me If You Get Lost. I love Igor. Igor had he had like lots of melodies on there. I know Tyler is a lover of R&B music. Beyonce she can do anything, but she came from R&B. So I would love to see how they would like mesh together. They're both super creative, both visionaries, and they create worlds. So I would like to see what world the two of them would create. And then lastly, the writer, Victoria Monet. Victoria Monet definitely came from the school of Beyonce, and while I would love for them to be on a song together, I don't know, and I don't think so, because I think I would know this. I don't think they've worked together in that capacity, but I think I'm more interested in seeing what Victoria would write for Beyonce versus of seeing how they would perform together or be on a song together, just because I feel like right now it would give like Little Sis or like Twin, just because the blonde hair, the light skin, they both are like dancers. I don't know if I just feel like it would be giving twins. And that would be cool. Or like, that's my best friend. Maybe they could do something like that.
Big sis, little sis.
Yeah, something like that. But I think I'm more interested in seeing how she would write for her. One, because I just know she's super inspired by her, and it would be a huge honor. Two, I know that Victoria Monet, she's winning right now, but she still says she wants to write for artists. That's a love of hers. And I think, her pen is crazy. Beyonce has had some incredible writers, so why not get one of the, most top tier writers who's hot right now to write for you? I think that just makes me excited.
Maybe Act 2.
Yeah, Act 2.
She's gonna watch this.
That would be amazing. I would not be surprised if they're already in the studio together right now. I know Beyonce loves Victoria Monet, and we for sure know Victoria Monet loves Beyonce. And I think Tyler would just be a great, like, that just, like, I feel like whatever they're gonna give, we ain't seen it before.
Yeah.
They both. All three of them are super creative, visionaries. They create these worlds. Sonically, they really know music. All of them are musicians in their own right. So, yeah, that's something I would want to see. I feel like that would be crazy.
I agree. I would love to hear it. We're gonna move on to the game.
Yes.
We're gonna play favorite song off each B album. You have 30 seconds to answer.
Okay.
Starting with Dangerously in Love.
Dangerously in Love.
B-Day.
This is hard. I'm going to look because this is hard. Ring the Alarm.
I Am Sasha Fierce.
Sweet Dreams.
Okay.
You can be my sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare. 4. This is super hard, but probably Countdown.
Which one?
Oh, killing me softly, and I'm still falling. Ooh, don't come for my singing, y'all.
Okay, Beyonce, self-titled. Favorite song?
Blow. I love Pharrell. Love seeing the video with that neon. Give me with the sweetest in the middle. Yeah.
Okay. Lemonade.
Hard. Sorry, I ain't sorry.
Okay.
I ain't sorry.
I ain't thinking about you.
I ain't sorry. Yeah, nigga, no.
Okay. Renaissance. Renaissance.
Plastic off the open. I don't know where the S went. But I love Plastic Off the Sofa, y'all. It is my number one song of this year. All my little raps was like, girl, you wear this song out. I just love it. It gives me all the feels. It makes my heart melt. And I feel like Plastic Off the Sofa, like, it flows right into any little, like, playlist that I make. Like, I can always put it on there. One, because Beyonce, the transition's crazy. It can transition in any song, not just her song. But it's just it's a beautiful song. It's a pretty song. I like how it makes me feel.
Okay, and you always ask this question, which is super hard.
Uh-huh.
What Beyonce song do you wish you could hear again for the first time?
Okay. I'm going to answer that. But before I do, friend, I want to let the folks know that I'm having a renaissance myself.
Ooh.
So y'all, I'm so happy to be the visual, as Beyonce said. But I know it's been a long time. I touched on this a little bit in the beginning. But I'm ready to come back with Ooh, That's My Jam. Stronger, better, more consistent, more visuals, because we are the visual. And I will definitely be doing that in 2024. I've taken time to really decide what I want this show to be. So there will be some changes. There'll still be these segments. I will be talking about music, but I will also be talking about other things that I like. And y'all know I'm going to still bring people on, just not all the time. But no, everybody on this podcast has taste. We're going to be talking about my taste. We're going to be talking about the things that I like. And it's always going to be a visual. You always going to be able to see me now. I'm really proud that I've been sober for 2 years. That's been a huge thing for me. So I've been able to, like, think clear, and kind of like my sis B, let that perfectionism go. It was scary as hell to record this episode. I'm probably going to be cringing when I watch the playback, but I'm just so excited to come into the new year with new perspective, new ideas, new content, and bring you all along with me. So before we go, I just want to say thank you to all the people that have been on Ooh, That's My Jam thus far. Thank you to all the people who've recorded and I have not put it out. Do not worry, it's coming out. I have something special for those episodes. And, you know, don't quit. Like Beyonce says in the movie, people have realized, like, this bitch just won't quit. That's the motto, right? Like, don't quit. It's okay to change. It's okay to divert from the plan, but you can always come back. You can always change your mind. You can always come back to creating, to believing in yourself, to knowing that, you know, you are the bar. No, not you are the bar, but that you have the power to do anything that you want to do. And don't worry about what others say. Just focus on the work. I think Beyonce and Renaissance is a true testament of, like, if you put in the hard work and you just stay focused on the work, you will produce the best product. And you will not only produce the best product, but you will produce products that are true to you. And it feels nice that I'm kind of coming into that. I'm kind of coming into being comfortable with who I am and things that I want to make. So I'm looking forward to 2024 and bringing that to you. Now back to the question.
Yes, come on, Rebirth.
Rebirth. Renaissance.
Oh yes, this is a perfect way to close it out. What Beyonce song do you wish you could hear again for the first time? Song, not album.
I want to say Blow, but since I said Blow was already my favorite song off of 4.
No.
I mean, not off of 4, off of self-titled, excuse me. Maybe Best You Never Had. I used to want you so bad. I just Love that song. I remember hearing it in college, and I would play it over and over and over and over and over. Beyonce just has some great affirmations for me. She just makes me feel good. I love singing along with her songs. And I remember when I just first heard that song, I was like,
thank God I found the good in goodbye.
It's a superpower to let a nigga go, y'all.
Is that how you're going to end the show? Let these niggas go.
Let these niggas go. Let these haters go. Believe in yourself. Renaissance. It's a rebirth. Let's go.
Period.
So, yeah.
But you know they can find you different places now.
Y'all can find me on YouTube here. Hopefully you're watching. Wherever you listen to podcasts. So that's Apple, Spotify, YouTube, what else? Google Play. Stitcher. I'm on everything. And then my Instagram is, I want to make sure I have the right handle for y'all. Ooh. So OOO. That's THATS. My MY Jam JAM. That's my handle on Instagram. And from time to time, I will be making playlists. I'm going to create a Spotify, probably, and an Apple Music, and a title for Ooh, That's My Jam. Right now, I have it under my name, but I'm going to make it specifically for Ooh, That's My Jam. So you can follow my link tree. That will be linked in the what is it called on YouTube? The description box, okay? I'm new, and you can find all the Ooh, That's My Jam content there. Thank y'all so much. I love you. This was scary, but I'm glad I did it. Shout out to Beyonce.